The only reason I remember the first movie, I saw it in theaters and reviewed it, and I bought it on 4K. This was my very first 4K movie. I didn't even really fully watch it. I just played it so I could see what it looked like on 4K on a brand new TV. So I was like, oh, that looks good, yeah. Now turn it off and put it on my shelf. So yeah, why did they make a sequel? The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard stars Ryan Reynolds, Samuel L. Jackson, Salma Hayek, and Antonio Banderas. It is about the bodyguard Michael Bryce continues his friendship with assassin Darius Kinnaid as they try to save Darius' wife Sonia. So diving right into this movie is very dumb, and it knows it. They said, hey, we got Ryan Reynolds, Samuel Jackson, Salma Hayek, and Antonio Banderas as our main villain. We're gonna have a lot of fun with this movie. So if you can turn your brain off, you are going to have a blast. Because my friend said it perfectly. It's almost like a spoof of how they treat the comedy. And from beginning to end, there is really fun enjoyment. But it's a really bad movie. Starting off with the positives, Ryan Reynolds is fantastic. I love Ryan Reynolds. Some people are kind of tired of his personality just being basically his acting ability. In this movie, it's Ryan Reynolds. It's exactly what you would think, and he's very funny. I think the comedy throughout the entire movie was very funny. I laughed a lot in this movie. It was pretty damn funny. There's a few scenes that had me gut busting. There was one scene in particular which has to do with Ryan Reynolds basically being a rag doll, and every time this happens, it is fucking hilarious. That's all I'm gonna say about those little scenes, but it is hilarious. Samuel Jackson, he ain't trying like one bit. Like he is not acting. He is saying, I want a paycheck because I'm Samuel Jackson. So there's that. Salma Hayek, I mean, she's there because of boobs. Like literally, she's there because of her boobs. Like, I'm telling you, like, when you watch this movie, you're like, oh yeah, she's there, and they make that kind of a plot point. Again, no spoilers, but yeah, it's a thing in this movie. And then Antonio Banderas, he's literally just saying, I want a paycheck because I'm a villain. Whoopee! Now, besides the really enjoyable cast and the comedy, that is really it. This movie is very bad. The editing, oh man, the quick editing with these action scenes. There's really cool shots. There's really cool shots of cars flipping, explosions, bridge falling apart, a helicopter shot going under a bridge. Like, there's cool shots, but it's literally probably less than 3 seconds, and then it's like, boom, next shot, punch someone, handheld cam. And there was one club scene with flashing lights, and it got me really dizzy. Now, like, some people cannot handle the flashing lights, and I understand that. This scene, it was just because it was shaky, the flashing lights, and I could not see what was going on. I really could not see what was going on. So I thought the editing and the camera work and the cinematography was really, really poor, and the direction is just very, just like, and just like that, the story is very, Antonio Banderas is like trying to get this weapon with electricity, and it's like gonna blow up the world or some Europe, like, it is literally Austin Powers storyline. You are there for the comedy, which it delivers, I'll say that. Like, there is enjoyment to be had, it's very funny, the action scene is eye-pleasing, I guess, but sometimes it's very not. So, overall, it's a very bad movie, but I would not pay to watch this in theaters, which I did not. I did see it in theaters, I just didn't pay, because free movies. Thank you, Regal. I'm gonna give The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard a D+. So really, if you're a fan of Ryan Reynolds, Samuel Jackson, then go and watch this movie. If you're a fan of the first one, I guess watch it, but to me, the first one actually had a story, actually had kind of stakes, and good comedy mixed in. This one's like, hey, comedy, 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 and that's all we give you. That's it. That's all we can give you, guys. So anyway, guys, you guys enjoy this movie review, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.